Hello everyone. I'm sure you people must be waiting for the next topic, and today I'm your mathematics guru Shivani ma'am is there with another topic of book 2, which is dealing with assignment problem and sequencing. Now when we talk about assignment problems, it's a special kind of linear programming problem only. Or we can say it's a combination of using matrix along with that to understand the complete answer. Now, in this case, what is the day-to-day problem which we take into consideration is like how to assign a particular job to someone or particular thing to someone so that we can get the minimum cost, we can use the minimum time and maximize our profit. Now, एक बहुत कॉमन मैं डे टू डे एग्जाम्पल लेती हूँ. आजकल ऑल ऑफ अस व्हेनेवर वी आर गोइंग ऑन द रोड, हम सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं, वी चेक द गूगल मैप, ओके, एंड उसके बाद हम देखते हैं कि अच्छा विच इज द शॉर्टेस्ट रूट जहां पे आपको मिनिमम ट्रैफिक मिल रहा है, सो दैट यू कैन रीच योर डेस्टिनेशन इन अर्लीस्ट टाइम. So that is also a kind of assignment only. Like if we are seeing two routes and decided on one, so we actually assign that route to ourselves so that we can save time or minimize the time over there. So same thing, we are now going to go into the business structure. So business structure में जब आप assignment problem पे आते हो, तो it can be dealing with assigning the subjects to teachers, different routes of pizza delivery boys, selecting a particular region for a job to the apprentice or the people who are performing it over there, research problems to various teams, and then getting the minimum cost or getting the work done at minimum cost, or you can say in minimum time with the maximization of profit. So when we talk about assignment problem as such, there are certain conditions which need to be fulfilled because idealistic problem है, तो हम idealistic way में start करते हैं that the number of jobs should be equal to the number of machines or worker. In case if it is not the case, then what will we do? We'll create a dummy worker or a dummy job to get the answer. Then each worker or machine is assigned to only one job. This is the most practical thing because you can't tell the worker, okay, do this today and do this tomorrow, or half day be on one job and half day be on the other one. So we assign each worker in one particular job. Then each worker or machine is independently capable of handling any job. This is definitely an assumption that every worker is capable to handle the job. An objective of the assignment, which is very, very important because that is why we are doing the whole work, that whether we want to minimize the cost or maximize the profit should be clearly known to us before we start the assignment problem. Now, as I just said, the model which you'll be getting is usually in the form of a matrix where the workers can be written in one side and jobs will be there on the other side. And then we'll solve the thing accordingly. Now, one very small assignment problem I'm showing to you people, very basic one which anybody of us can do it. Like if you want to do some home repairs of yourself and there are 3 contractors, okay, flooring, painting and aluminium sliding window, they have all given you their quotations that this is what we will be charging and the total was coming over there. Now, as a person who wants to definitely minimize that cost, I will see, okay, for the flooring thing, the cost which is the minimum is given by Akbar. So for flooring, I'll appoint Akbar to do the job. For the painting, the minimum cost is given by Amar. And for aluminium sliding window, the minimum cost is given by Anthony. So I'll give the 3 jobs to 3 different people, keeping in mind that I wanted the cost to be minimum and I will be able to get my job done in 26,390, which otherwise was definitely crossing that value if I was giving the work to one person altogether. So this is what is assignment problem. But we won't be getting just 3 by 3 ka thing. So definitely the method is different. The method which we are going to follow over here is known as Hungarian method. This Hungarian method is an optimization algorithm that solves an assignment problem in a very basic manner, and then you can get the best result, or you can say desired result at the end. Now, for this Hungarian method, first we'll assign the workers and the jobs are there. So once the question is given to you, see these are the workers in one particular column. Agar workers vertical hai, to hum job ko lenge horizontal. If we are keeping jobs in horizontal, workers will be there in the vertical part. So once this question is given to us, the first step. Now when we are doing this question, we have to write these steps below. See, first step, subtract the smallest element of each row from every element of that row. This step is known as row minimization. So see, first step will take 62, 63, 50 and 72. The smallest element over here is 50. We'll subtract 50 from all the values. So we are getting this 12, 13, 0, 22. Similarly, from the next one, we'll subtract 35. Third one, we are subtracting 15, and fourth one, we are subtracting 18. So we come across a structure like this. Now, one problem with this chapter is that you have to make the table again and again and again. So this is one area where it is a time-taking process. So even though you're not applying any formula, you're not doing any major kind of calculation, the problem can be there with the time management. So see to it that you have ample time when you're doing it, then only opt for the problem which is dealing with assignment. Now once you have this, the step 2. Step 2 goes with subtract the smallest element of each column from every element of that column. Now this thing is known as column minimization. So here when we are doing this, you can see it on the board that from the column, the lowest element is 0, so it will be the same. Here also, every column is having 1 0. It becomes easier for us to do the work. For the last one, definitely we have the lowest value as 5. So we subtract 5 from all the elements. Now, after doing row minimization and column minimization, one work is there with us which we check that if we are able to get lines, minimum 4 lines we require because 4 by 4 ka matrix hai aapka, to cover all the zeros. For that, please start with the zeros which are maximum in one this. So like if we say this line is there, so here there are 2 zeros. So we can first cancel this, the 2 zeros part. Then we are dealing with the other thing that we are having here, say 1 0 here. So we'll cancel this. Another one as 1 0 will cancel this. Now, in just 3 lines, we are able to cover the whole thing. But our requirement, because the order of the matrix was 4, we needed at least 4 lines for that. So for this, we will do the question one more time because the number of lines required is not equal to the order of matrix. So what will be the next step when we have come to this particular situation? The next step is actually find the smallest uncovered element. Now, if you see over here, the uncovered elements are these and the smallest uncovered element is 6. And then subtract this number from all the uncovered elements and add it to all the elements which lie at the intersection of 2 lines. Okay, so when I'm explaining, definitely it seems to be very, very tricky and very, very long. But when you do 2-3 questions, it won't be so tricky. But again, as I told you people, if you have sufficient time, then only opt for this problem. So when we take this, after doing this, subtract 6 from all the numbers and add 6 to these junctions. जो आपके intersection points हैं. So we come across with a thing known as 6, 7, 0, 11, 22, 0, 20, 20, 0, 28, 0, 30 and 0, 1, 66, 0. Then again see how many lines you can get to cover that. So we can go with 1 line here, 1 line here, 1 line here and 1 line here. Now 4 lines are there. So this is our desired thing because we wanted the number of lines to be equal to the order of matrix which is 4. So doing this, we will come to know what exactly is our desired answer. So for the first worker, there is only 1 0 and job 3 will be assigned to that first worker. For the second worker also there is only 1 0, so job 2 will be assigned. Now in case of worker 3 can be put into two places. Job 1 also, job 3 also. But since job 3 is already taken by the first worker, we'll cross that and we'll give job 1 to this. With the fourth worker, again job 1 and job 4 are there. But job 1 is already taken, so that worker will get job 4. So if we follow this method step by step, we won't be coming to a situation where there is a conflict between the job and the number of workers. So at the end, then we'll be writing that the worker should perform. The worker 1 should be given job 2, job 3, worker 2, job 2, worker 3, job 1, worker 4, job 4. And then we'll calculate the cost of that from the main table. The first table which was given to you, that what was the cost of worker 1 for doing job 3? It was 50, then 35, 21 and 23, and that is the total minimum cost for you, which is rupees 129. So this is finding out the method or assignment problem, getting the perfect optimal solution for the job assignment using Hungarian method. Now, steps you have to specify when we are doing the question, and then you'll be able to get the thing. So, एक आपका easy flow chart है to remember the thing. Let's start. Construct the cost matrix. If not given, if it's already given, you can go with that. Row reduction. First, you go with the row reduction problem. Column reduction. Then draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines. If number of required lines is equal to order of matrix, then you can directly assign the things. If it is not, then choose the least uncovered element, subtract this from the uncovered elements, add it to the elements at the intersection and go ahead, vapas. So the same loop will form. So we will try, we'll take the question which is not having a lot of loop over here, and then we can get the answer over there. So this is your first part of the chapter which is dealing with assignment of the job. Only difference when you have to maximize over here is in case of maximization problem, minimization we have just seen. So maximization problem, what we do is first step A, we subtract all the elements from the largest element of the matrix. After that, solve it like the minimization problem. So you'll get the same answer. So subtract all the elements from the largest element, make the new matrix, and then solve normally. So let's see one question over here, okay, where you'll be able to understand how to deal with this sort of problem. Now let's see question number 1 here, which is basically assignment problem to minimize the processing cost over there. Already आपके पास पहला table बना हुआ मिलेगा with the jobs PQRNS over here, and फिर आपके बाद machines in the row 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when we write the thing, first step हम वहाँ पे लिखेंगे, as this we write step 1 is row minimization. So when we are doing row minimization, we are actually doing that from each row we subtract the smallest value of the row. So in this one, make the column again. ये पूरा table हमें बार बनाना पड़ेगा. That is what is one thing. So here when we are going with this, see. So this is P, Q, RNS, and here first, second, third and fourth. So when we have done row minimization, the minimum value over here is 25. Now we'll subtract every value, 25 from every value. So 31 minus 25, we are left with 6. This is 0. 33 minus 25 is 8 and then 4. Similarly, second row mein the smallest value is 21. So 25 minus 21, 4. 24 minus 21, 3. 2 and then 0. Third one, the smallest value is 19. So we'll subtract 19 minus this is 0. Then 21 minus 19, 2, then 4 and then 5. And then the last one, the smallest value is 34. So 38 minus 34, which is 4, 36 minus 34, 2, 0 and 6. So this is your row minimization step. Then we'll go with the step 2, which is dealing with column minimization. So from every column, we'll say that which is the minimum value and then subtract. Now, in case every column has a 0 initially itself, then it becomes easy. This value is your answer. So again, the same thing will come as the answer, that out of this 0 is least. So 6 minus 0, 4 minus 0, this. Here also there is 1 0. Here also there is 1. Here also there is 1. So at the end, you'll get the same answer even for column minimization, but make another column, make another matrix and put the values. Once you get this, after column minimization, we'll start putting the lines. So since in neither of them we are having 2 zeros, so we can just make 4 horizontal lines also, okay, and can assign the problem. So now the number of lines which we have made is equal to the order of matrix, which is 4. Therefore, we can come to the answer even after this session. So P will be assigned. Let's see, P will be assigned which one? P के सामने 0 कहाँ पे है? Second job. So we are giving second job to P. Okay, and what is the cost of the second job for P? That is 25 rupees. So this is the cost. Then Q will be assigned. 0 is on fourth. So fourth job to Q. And the cost of the fourth job is 21. R will be assigned first job. You can see that 0 is there and the value is 19. And S will be assigned the third job. So see, there is no conflict at the end. सबको अपनी individual job मिल गई है and the cost is coming as 34. So when you do this, your final answer will be total cost, this part as well as the total cost. So assignment of the job and the total cost is coming as rupees 99. Okay. So the processing cost can be minimized at rupees 99 when we assign the jobs like this. So this is the way we calculate, or you can say do the assignment problem. Sometimes this can also happen. This is like 5 by 5. Sometimes this can also happen that some of the values are missing. So just take them as 0. Okay. It means that those values are not present. This here, the places are 5 and machines are only 4. So we'll create a dummy machine where all the values will be taken as 4 over here, 0 over here to calculate the work. So here take 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and create a dummy machine M5 and then assign the work to each of them. At the end, automatically M5 के पास कोई work नहीं आएगा, बाकी 4 को आपको specific work मिल जाएंगे to get the desired result over there. So this is your assignment problem. For maximization, first step पे जो maximum value इससे सबको subtract करके and then follow the same rule. So in this chapter, other than this, we are also dealing with another kind of problem, which is actually assignment of machine. So previously we were seeing how the job is assigned to people. Now, if it happens that for a job, you need to put them on 2 separate machines to be done. So how to sequence the jobs? That is the problem which comes under the heading sequencing problem. So in general, machine can handle one problem at a time or one work at a time, and then it will take some hours to complete the work. Then it will go to the second machine after the completion from the first. So sequencing in such a manner so that we have the minimum idle time, the wastage time, is the main agenda for these sort of questions. So I'm taking a very basic question over here. There are 2 machines, A and B and items 1 and 2. In first machine, item A is taking 6 hours and then 3, and here 3 and 6. So two ways of completing. First, अगर आप same order ले लो 1 and 2. So say the first work has gone to machine 1 at the time 0. Here we calculate from the time 0 and then add hours to it. So after 6 hours, the work will be done and the machine, that particular work is out of this machine and go to the next one. For the second one, it will go in at 6 hours. So for the first 6 hours, machine B was actually idle, not doing any work, because they were waiting for the work to be completed in machine 1 and then coming to that. Second, it will be out at 9. Now once it is out at 9, now the second thing will go over there and you can see calculation that the first machine was idle for initial one, it started, but the second one is idle for the first 6 hours, and then the second one is going to put to work. Now the next case if we take into this consideration is, first we are giving second machine to A and then first to this. So let the work is entered for this 0 hour, 3 hours mein it will be out. Then for B, 3 pe enter kiya, 9 pe it will out. Now after 3 hours, the first machine is free. So you can give the second job to the first machine after 3 hours only, and then you can get the work done later on. So in this particular order, the first one, when we were doing first for A and second for this, हमारा जो time required हो रहा था, that was somewhere around 15 hours, but idle time was more. In the second case, हमारा idle time will be less. So when we talk about sequencing problem, we have to see to it कि idle time minimum रहे and the work can be done fastest. So in these things, the type of problem where one has to determine the order or sequence in which the jobs are to be proceeded through the machines to minimize the total process time is known as sequencing problem. Now conditions, no machine can process more than one job at a time. Each job once started must be processed till its completion, and the processing time are independent of the order of processing, and each machine is of different type, and the time required to transfer of job, which we are assuming over here, from machine to the other machine is negligible. So then we'll move to the next thing, that is the terminologies which are used. First is the total elapsed time. That's the total time required to complete all the jobs on the machines, or you can say the entire work or entire task. Idle time is the time when a machine is available but not being used. So machine is available but waiting for the job to be processed in the other one and coming to that. Now, let's see how this sequencing problem will be treated. So first we'll take machine A is given to you as this. Machine B is given the time taken in various jobs. So we have to decide a sequence which is best for them to get the best result. So for that sequencing, we have to find out the minimum of A1 and B1. So the whole thing, when you see, the minimum of the job A and B is this value 1, which is in machine B. Now since it's coming in machine B, हम इसको end से place करेंगे. तो हम already will make a column over here. यहाँ पे एक जिसमें 5 different columns बने होंगे, तो we'll place it from end. अगर ये 1 आपका machine A का होता, we would have placed it from the starting. So then this fourth will be placed over here. Then we'll check it again. Now you don't have to make the columns again and again over here. You can make one particular block and do the thing by observation. So now that fourth one, I'm ruling out, that fourth job is out of the question. So I'm not seeing this. I'm seeing the rest, first, second, third and fifth, the values over there. Out of them, the minimum value is coming. 2 values are there. One is machine A में 5th and then machine B में 3rd. So we'll take both into consideration. Machine B को हम backward ले रहे हैं, तो 3 will come over here. Machine A का 5th will come in the first place. So now 3 of the jobs or sequencing is already given to us. We are now left with just first and second. So here the minimum is 3. Now, which corresponds to job 1 and job 2 on machine A. So the problem is this, there is a tie. What to do over here in this case? Now, usually in this case आपको दो आंसर मिल जाते हैं कि अगर आपने पहले इसको ले लिया फर्स्ट यहाँ पे तो सेकंड विल बी प्लेस्ड और सेकंड यहाँ पे तो फर्स्ट विल बी प्लेस्ड. सो देयर कैन बी टू ऑप्टिमल सॉल्यूशन. टिल हियर आप दोनों ऑप्टिमल सॉल्यूशन यू कैन राइट, but when we calculate the sequencing for the total elapsed time, then you can just do any one of them. The answer will always be the same. Now the problem comes where you have to actually think how to make this table. This is the important table which is helping in getting the job done. So let's see the sequencing which we are taking over here is the first one, that first fifth, first, second, third and fourth. At the same time, please be clear कि टाइम आपका क्या हो रहा था. तो फर्स्ट मशीन ए में जा रहा है फिफ्थ जॉब. फिफ्थ जॉब इज टेकिंग 2 hours in machine A and 5 hours in machine B. तो मशीन में A में it has gone at 0, came out at 2 after 2 hours. Then it has gone to machine B and 2 पे enter करके 7 पे बाहर आ रहा है. Fine, because it's taking 5 hours there. Now we'll go in the sequence. What is next? It is first. Now machine A got free after 2 hours. So यहाँ पे हम 2 लिख देंगे. And then we'll see how much time this machine 1 is taking, the work 1 is taking. So it's taking 3 hours in machine A. So 2 to 5 here. But still the machine B is not free because machine B 7 घंटे बाद खाली होने वाली है. So there's an idle time over here of 2 hours and 7 पे it will enter over here and come out at 13 hours. Okay. But by the time machine A will not be sitting idle क्योंकि A का already work हो गया है. So the third in the sequence which is job 2 will come over here. We'll start the work at 5. See how much time it is. It is taking 3 hours. So 5 plus 3, 8 here. Here the machine 2 is coming out at 13. There will be some lapse time. So 13 and 17. Here 8 पे it is going. So this sequence you have to go simply in the same order as it is given over here. For the second one, you have to slightly think because the work can only start in machine B once the machine B is free. So overall at the end, you can see the total time here is after 21 hours, the work is done. So this 21 mark will be your total elapsed time, which is your answer. The total elapsed time is 21 hours. Idle time from machine 1 is actually the initial part. Okay. The 21 minus this, see, machine 1 got free at 20 hours, but machine 2 is taking 1 more hour over there. So this is going to be T minus sum of processing times of all jobs in M1, which is 21 minus 21 hour. And idle time for machine B is T minus sum of processing times of all jobs on M2. So total time is 21. On the machine 2, the sum or the jobs are taking 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5. That is 18 hours. So 3 hours will be there as the idle time for machine 2. So in this manner of sequencing, we will be able to get the work done in the minimum elapsed time with the minimum idle time for the machines. Same thing, we can continue with the things and convert to the answer. Now in this case, in case if it happens that you are coming across 3 different machines. अभी तक तो हमने 2 machines का case देखा, 3 different machines. तो in the 3 different machines, we will convert them into 2 machine problem by adding 2 work together. So we'll create 2 fictitious machines, say G and H, and the time taken by G will be the sum of A and B, and H will be the sum of B and C. And we'll make a new column to get the answer. So see, I'm showing one example here also, then we'll do the questions. So job 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, machine A, machine B, machine C. So here we can see, first we'll convert it into the 2 machine problem. Okay. So one thing we have to calculate, that minimum of C should be greater than the maximum of B, then only we can calculate. Once we can calculate, we'll assume two fictitious machines G and H. Now G का जो value है, that is 3 plus 4 7, 8 plus 3 11, 7 plus 2 9, 4 plus 5 9, and goes like this, and H will be like 4 plus 6 10, 3 plus 7 10, 2 plus 5 7. So you can see that this is the way we get it, and then we solve normally. Normally, like what we were doing in the sequencing of the previous thing. Only thing or only difference, at the time of the end thing, we will put in the same sequencing for all the three machines. Machine A, machine B, machine C. So A again 0 to 6, 6 to 8, and it goes. Total elapsed time will be the final value over here, which is 51. Idle time from machine A is this 51 minus this final value 42. Idle time for machine B and C, we have to calculate that how much time they were empty. So like 8 to 16, there's a gap of 8. 6 hours, first it's not working. Then 22 to 27, there's a gap of 5. Okay, 31 to 34, there's a gap of 3. And then 37 to 42, 5. So we'll add all these gaps and get the answer. Okay, and idle time for machine C will also be taken in this manner. That first 8 and then 16 and 22 ka gap, that's 6. 31 and 31, nothing. 36, 37, 1. And 43, 47, 4, which is 19 hours. So in this manner, we can calculate the sequencing problem with three machines also. Now let's see some questions to understand it in a better manner. Let's take the first question over here, that the machine operator has to perform two operations, turning and threading, on 6 different jobs. Here, remember the time is in minute, mostly hours में रहता है, so don't get confused over here. आपको minutes में question करना होगा. This is the time for turning and time for threading. Now the first step what we are going to do is making a table for sequencing. So since there are 6 jobs, I'm going to make 6 different columns over here to decide that which job should be given first. For the first way, what we do is, out of these two, time for turning, time for threading, which is the minimum value. So the minimum value I can see is over here, 1. Okay, this one is for time for threading, which is the second machine. So hum 1 pe means 6 job ko yahan la denge. Now this 6 job is over for us. Okay, second ke liye ab hum aa rahe hain, so now the minimum out of the remaining is 2. So 2 is there for time for turning for the first machine over there. So fourth job will come over here. Don't write 2 by mistake. It is the fourth job which will come over here. So job fourth is also now out of picture. Okay, so we'll remove this also. Now we'll move to the remaining. So we are having 3 for 2 of them. Time for turning के लिए first है आपका and time for threading के लिए 5 है. There is no conflict because the time 3 is for 2 different machines. So turning will write first here, so job 1 यहाँ आ जाएगी and then job 5 will come here. So you can see आपके ये 2 jobs भी अब picture से गए. Remove them. Now we are only left with job 2 and 3. So out of them, the smallest or minimum value is 5, which is for the first thing, time for turning. So 3 will be assigned to this. And the last job, which is job 2, will be assigned to this. So this will be the sequencing of your job, of your problem which you are going to go with. Now once you get the sequencing done, then we have to make the table for the 2 machines with time in and time out. Now this table is very, very important and you have to be very careful while doing this, because one small mistake at one place and the problem will be going to persist for the whole series. So first we are going to write the jobs over here in the same sequence what we have done. 4, 1, 3, 2, 5, 6. So this is the first machine, this time for turning. So this is the turning one and this is the time for threading. Okay, so this is the threading one. This is the time in, time out, in and out. Okay. Let's see first, the fourth machine has gone for the turning thing. Now we can see fourth machine is taking 2 hours here. So it has started from 0, it has gone till 2. And then it has gone for the second thing, that is for the threading. It has entered here at 2 and 6 is the time it is coming out. Sorry, plus 6 hoga, it will become 8. Okay, this is the thing which I was talking about. Small mistakes can happen in this particular chapter. In these kind of questions, be very careful while doing it. So here it is 2 plus 6, 8. Now, after this, first machine is free at 2. So now the second job, which is the job number 1, will come. So it will enter this machine at 2, start the job at 2, and then finish after 3 hours, which is 5. Here, threading it cannot do the job in the threading till the 8th thing. So it can only go once this job is over, 8. And then it's taking how much time in threading? 8 more minutes. So 16 is the case. Third one, now the third machine is machine number 3, taking 5 minutes over here. So started the work at 5 minutes, completed it at 10 minutes. Now again, this is free, but still this machine is not free. So it will start the work at 16. And let's see, the job 3 is taking 9 minutes for threading. So 16 plus 9, 25 minutes, this will get free. Then first one, entering the job at 10 minutes. The job is 2. 2 is taking 12 minutes and 10 minutes respectively. So this is 22. And since this is still not free, it will go here at 25. And take 10 minutes, will be free at 35. Then the fifth one. Fifth one is taking 9 and 3. So it entered here as 22, finished at 31. And 3. So this is entering here at 35 and taking it at 38. The last one over here is starting the work at 31 minutes, 6, 11 and 1, and finishing it 31 plus 11, that is at 42 minutes. And the other one, 38 this one is free, but we can't shift the thing. So this will only start once the first job is over, 42 and take 1 minute to do the work, 43. So the total elapsed time over here will be this value, which is 43. Write the statement that total elapsed time, which is 43 minutes. Okay. And the idle time for machine 1 or the turning machine, so total elapsed time will be 43 minutes. Idle time for machine 1, which is the turning machine, is 43 minus 42, because till 42 minutes the machine which is doing the turning is actually doing the work non-stop. So 43 minus 42, which is 1 minute, and the idle time for the second one, here you have to check the data and see if there is any lapse. We can see the lapse between 38 and 42. So this one is your answer for the threading machine. The idle time is 42 minus 38, which is 4 minutes. So this will be your question to solve. So be careful, as I just said, you have to be very careful while writing the things. Any number should not miss, any addition should not be made incorrect, so that you will be able to get the answer. When it is a matter of 3 machines, then make a fictitious machine G, which is dealing with the time interval as 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 6 plus 4, 10, 9 plus 5, 14 and 8. And the second one as H. And H ke time pe aapka aayega, this is 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3, 5, 8, 9, 11 and 10. And solve in the same manner as I have just shown it to you. So I hope this is also going to help you in understanding the chapter, assignment and sequencing, and you will be able to do it independently. Just make sure that you do some writing practice before that, because there are chances of small mistakes in this kind of questions. Okay, so I'll see you people with another topic. Now we are definitely coming to the tail end. Only one topic is left in Maths Book 2. So I'll see you people with that topic very soon. Till then, please study. Please study very hard now because the exams are very close. And all the best to you people. Bye-bye. See you.